Hi, my name is Brian Holmgren, and I'd like to thank you for watching my idea for my first build. I had a couple of different ideas as I brainstormed about food. One of my favorite ones was how to shell pistachios because my grandson loves pistachios, but I kind of abandoned that one after I realized I wouldn't see him for quite some time. Last watermelon we had wasn't all that terrific, so I thought about a watermelon tester, but then as I like to do a lot of barbecuing and we cook and use boneless chicken breasts, I decided that those can be quite problematic to cook with sometimes. So what I wanted to try and come up with was the best boneless chicken breast press. Now what the problem is boneless chicken comes in so many different shapes and sizes in a pack of chicken. And if you're going to make a whole dish full of chicken with different sizes, some of the smaller breasts can get overcooked. Larger breasts can be undercooked when you're cooking for the same amount of time. If you're grilling breasts or cooking them in a pan for that matter, in order to make sure they get to the temperature that's safe to cook them at or eat them at, your outsides can get very overcooked while your insides are just barely cooked, which can be very frustrating. Finally, boneless chicken breast can be pretty tough. So are there any solutions out there for that? Well, it turns out the solutions do indeed exist. The most often recommended solution for pounding or for tenderizing your chicken breasts and trying to get them the same thickness is to pound them out using a mallet or a skillet or any number of ways. Now, we're going to watch a video to see what that looks like, but I'd like you to notice that as this young lady pounds these out, that the plastic covering them lifts up and causes possibly some things to spread around the room.
Pound out your chicken breast, or to make a paillard, take your full chicken breast and lie it on your cutting board. Next, take your plastic wrap and lie it over your chicken. With your meat mallet, go ahead and start pounding out the chicken. You want to start from the center and work your way out. As you're pounding out the chicken, you want to make sure that you use short, even strokes. Be patient because this could take a few minutes. And that is how you pound chicken.
Like I said, you may have noticed that the plastic lifted up and there's the opportunity to pound pieces of chicken and other things outside the room. And my wife doesn't like to see chicken in particular being spread throughout a room. And in her mind, it looks kind of like what a video we'll look at in the next slide with the Gallagher is. Cleanup can be a challenge, especially if you envision it the way you'll see in this next video. It's very hard to get chicken to a consistent thickness. You're starting out with different thicknesses of chicken to begin with, and to bring them all down to the same point can be very challenging over a period of time, one of the problems. And you, of course, may smash your fingers. Now, let's see what this looks like to my wife in terms of smashing that around and having the plastic come up off the chicken.
Organic artichokes, organic lettuce, organic kale.
Does your cauliflower have a big carbon footprint?
Not at all.
That's great.
Millets! Oh,
Well, that
yeah!
was uncalled for.
Mr. Gallagher?
Incoming!
It's wasteful.
You know, Jimmy,
So one of the things I got to thinking about was that maybe something like a tortilla press would be able to be used for getting to the right thickness of chicken. Let's take a look and see what a tortilla press actually does.
So
a lot of times when you put the dough into the tortilla press, it'll stick and it's hard to get out of there. So this is a great little trick.
You're just dropping some mad tricks on me.
So I'm gonna cut through a plastic bag just to make sure that it's pressed. You're gonna leave the end intact. This side. You see what's happening here?
The other side.
You lay the plastic bag down to the tortilla press. Place your dough right in the center. Fold this back over. Ready? Magic! And then you just want to kind of slowly press it in. You don't want to push too fast. You'll get little cracks coming inside. Okay, ready for the big reveal?
I am.
Like zero cleanup. Just flip it in your hand. Peel it back.
So easy.
Perfect tortillas. We're just gonna let it dry right in.
So something like a tortilla press could work very well. Of course, you would be hard-pressed to get chicken that thin, and of course it would cook very rapidly and uniformly, you would think, if it did. But what you'd have to do is have something that was raised up a bit so you'd have something thicker. I also thought about having a couple of plates with some thumb screws on them to turn those down and get to where you want them. So I think there's a couple of different things I can look at for my build. The requirements I came up with that you'd want to have from something like that. First of all, it would need to keep chicken bits from spreading throughout the room when you pound on them. It needs to be easy to clean up, something you could put into a dishwasher and get sanitized pretty readily. It should also provide a consistent thickness. You ought to be able to always bring it to the same thickness regardless of what that is. And indeed, you should be able to vary thicknesses, because it seems to me if you're making a chicken breast for a sandwich, you'd want that to be thicker than you would for, say, something like chicken cordon bleu, where you're stuffing something else inside the chicken, and you would want it to be thinner. So that's my idea for my first build. I will be gathering things, and I hope that you've enjoyed this. Please provide any comments that you have. I'd really appreciate them. And I wish you luck on your builds. Have a great day.